Hey there, girls, guys, theys, and thems. Welcome to Dee Dee's Designs. I'm Dee Dee. This will be probably video 3 in the Use Your Stash series, where we go through, in wash day order, the products that I have opened, that I have used at least once, that I'm gonna need to go through before going through and starting to open my unopened stash. And this video, if you watched the previous ones, pre-poos, which was another quite lengthy one, my cleansers, which I did try to do a speed round right before a workout, and video 3, which is going to be similar to video 2 in regards to, I'm going to try to go a little faster, so I hope you liked that one. Is going to be conditioners. Now, when I started putting these videos together, I realized very quickly that a lot of these could be pre-poos. And that's really what I think, spoiler alert, the moral of the story is most things are pre-poos. So I'm going to go through as quickly as I can. Drinking my coffee. All of the conditioners that I have opened that I'm going to try to be getting through, and some you're probably going to see in an MD's video sooner than later. Okay, let's dive into it. So the first one I have is As I Am Rice Water Conditioner with Forbidden Black Rice Water, Biotin, Saw, Palmetto, and Ceramide. Probably said that better the second time around, for all hair types. This one is more of, if I'm not mistaken, protein strengthening type based conditioner. So it is much fuller. I can tell by light and by weight, it is about to here. So I have used it a couple times. As I Am is one of those brands that I do generally enjoy the few products that I have tried. I think I've used up 1 or 2, definitely the co-washes before I started recording the videos, and everything I've tried I've generally enjoyed. It is a brand on my list to dive into more when I get through my stash. But I am about right here. You would have seen its companion in the cleanser video that will be before this one. And I'm excited to get through this one. I want to say I'm using different, no, this might be my only protein, more rinse out conditioner, if you will. If you don't know what a rinse out versus a deep conditioner is, let me know, but I'm sure if you are digging through these videos and finding mine, you know what they are. But this would be considered a protein rinse out, and I guess I do have another, at least one more strengthening rinse out one as well, which I will dive into. I generally keep it up like this at all times. If any of you have it, or you have used it, or have seen videos about it, you kind of know. It is the Mane Choice Cheers Supreme Strength and Full Protection Conditioner. Beer is the life of the party for hair. And that is the Cheers to a Strong, beautiful mane. Brew to perfection, use responsibly. I hold it upside down because it's really difficult to get out, and based on where it is, let me see, figure this out for you guys. Okay, it's about right here, so I don't have a lot of it left. It's companion shampoo, even though it is in size, I can't remember, it's probably very similar to it, and I'm gonna use it up. Makes me sad. I don't think you can really find them anymore. It's kind of like a treasure hunt, which is sort of what makes them fun. But I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts. But this is another kind of more strengthening one as well, just a different brand. And rinse out. And to finish the rinse out, I only have 3 rinse outs opened. Is another Mane Choice Heavenly Halo Herbal Tonic and Soy Milk Deep Hydration Conditioner. And like all Mane Choice, it does all the things. It is about to right here. I believe obviously I have way more shampoo than I do conditioner. So I'll probably wait until, what I usually do is I'll start using the shampoo first till it gets a little lower, and then try to pair them together as they meet at the bottom. Or sometimes I just use it on up and I say forget it. It'll depend on what I want or need. But this is the last and more moisturizing of the 3 rinse out conditioners that I have opened, used, and then I'm going to try to get through. All right, when it comes to deep conditioners, I don't have as many opened, nice, as I thought, but hopefully I can get through them pretty quickly. The ones that are currently probably in rotation are gonna be 2 from one of my favorite hair care brands, Sotanicals. It is the Super Fro Abunu Hair Grow Scalp Defense Hair Intense Mask with cinnamon, abunu, and cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper. I'm just gonna say that wrong. Makes me think of something else. And anyway, it looks like this. There has been some recent hair care videos on them. With other YouTubers that I've watched and that I've enjoyed, and I thoroughly believe it is one of those things. I don't have much of it left, so I've used this diabolically tingly madness before. It is high quality, just like every other Sotanicals hair product. It is creamy. It leaves your hair that moisturized, delectable, draining water and consistently. You're like, do I have the product rinse out? My hair is so slicked and soft. Is my product rinse out type of feel? But it burns. This burns and tingles. And so I've shamefully had it probably longer than I should have, but I've used it effectively in, like it says, as a scalp defense pretty much, and it is intense and it is awesome. I don't know if I will purchase it again when I am finished with it. What I might do is try to use it on up. I have enough that I should be using this on up soon, and then decide from there. For those of you who've used this, thoughts, feelings, concerns, have you repurchased it? Has it burnt to all Hades, your scalp, your skin, when you're rinsing it off? Like, what's the consensus? Because I've had some interesting things with this one, and I'm curious to know. Okay, so shifting gears, the next 2, I'm gonna making a mess. The next 2 I'm gonna talk about are the ones that are almost done, and you're probably gonna see them again in my stash in an MG's video. So I'm gonna go pretty quickly through them and jump into the last 3. I told you it's gonna be quick. It's gonna be super quick. The first one is going to be the TGIN Rosewater Hydrating Hair Mask with rosewater and acai berry. Looks like this. Beautiful pink, black, white, and I have like maybe a use or 2 left. So And it's a really good hydrating one. This would be one I would use in hydrating, in a hydration moisture one, compared to a wash, compared to the Aphrogy Curlific Texture Treatment, which improves elasticity, repairs damaged curls, coils, and waves. This one is, if I'm looking at it, this one has like maybe one use left. This one has maybe one use left. Right? It's very, very protein heavy repair base. This one has maybe one, two. I'm gonna say one, but sometimes products go more than I would have expected. Goes further than I expect, so could be different. But then there's this one. So these two are going to be out of my stash pretty quickly. I realized I didn't actually, the other Sotanicals one that I am using up is the Warm It Up Main Heat and Retain Deep Hydration Mask. So what I would say is, if this TGIN Rosewater Hydration Mask is almost out, this is probably the other summer deep hydration one that I'm working through in rotation. This one I have a lot more of. It's about to right here, as you can see. This one has like a sweet cake. Delicious. Could eat up like most of their products. And because of how their products are set up, I hate to see it go, but because they're a wonderful little treasure, and I know I'm going to continue to buy Sotanicals for as long as time, money, and their business allows, it'll come back in my world again. So I'll be getting this one out probably after the Rosewater during my wash day rotations. Okay, this one's going by very fast too. I'm down to my last 3 conditioners that I have opened in my stash that I'm going to try to use up before I touch unopened. And let's dive in. Okay. These next 2, a little controversial because of how expensive they are, because of the type of season and the year I usually will use them up. We'll see what happens when it comes down to it. They are Miche. Their Sparkling Cranberry Deep Conditioning Treatment, made with cranberry seed oil and vitamin B for strengthening and shine. And then we have the Spiked Cider Deep Conditioning Treatment, made with honey, baobab protein for frizz control and smoothing. Okay. I got these during, obviously, one of their holiday sales. Question number 1 would be, where are all of the other ones? The pumpkin, the sugar cookie, the peppermint, the more common ones. Used them up, and bought more, and those are gonna be in a different video. They are not opened yet. Not open or used, I will say. These ones have been, and they're both, from the reading of it, very, this one says strengthening, this one says protein, so they are very both repair based. And so I don't know about you, but I'm kind of one of those people that likes to pair my hair care, my body care, my scents with my seasons, if you will. So some of the other products that you saw first in the video, some of those conditioners are ones that are going currently now. We are in August as I'm filming this, and I'm not sure when exactly it'll go up, but it'll be probably later in summer, early fall, right? And this is when I can see maybe dipping into these early fall. So it is just around the corner. I hopefully should, based on wash day rotations, have enough to get me through to before I have to kind of start dipping into these earlier in the season than I want. But it is just around the corner, and these will be coming fast. They're so pricey. I went through my Miche deep conditioner phase. It's really the bulk of the Miche that I've bought. I haven't tried a lot of the ones I've purchased yet. Spoiler alert to my stash. But part of it's because it's so expensive that it's not going to be something I'm going to be able to repurchase anytime too soon. So I don't want to let go of it very quickly, given I have purchased and used some of the other deep conditioners, the more popular, more well-known ones, and they're already repurchasing in my stash, which is why they're not in this video. So these ones, we'll be getting through them. Okay, and then finally, last but not least, I think it took me longer to make this video than I probably jumped into just like throwing together some of the other collections, because I went, these are the only ones I have open. I thought I would have more open, but when I think about conditioners, there's a bulk of conditioners that I would use as pre-boos. Leave-ins I think of kind of as stylers. Spoiler alert to the next video, where we'll go into maybe stylers, which might be a longer video now that I've cut this one short. I don't know. We'll see how those wash out. But even leave-ins can kind of be pre-poos. And there's refreshers. I almost did refreshers next because I'm like, well, those are kind of pre-poos. Maybe pre-poos should have been the whole stash. And then there should have just been only a few videos. But I'm breaking them up, I guess, milking it. But the last one, better late than never, is the Eden Body Works Anti-Breakage Deep Conditioner. Now, when I read the words anti-breakage, it makes me think of the other type of kind of protein category conditioners we just talked about. Ones like this one and ones like this one definitely says protein, so I'll go ahead and I'll use this one, even though the other one says strengthening. Right, so these ones it all kind of feels the same to me, but they're not. Like, if this is heaviest protein, you know, higher protein levels, this almost feels to me like a low protein level. And it's got lavender kind of in the middle. It says it's anti-breakage, but so anti-breakage doesn't mean protein. So I would definitely say, right, like anti-breakage. Makes me think of strengthening, isn't it not? Repair, protein. But it's not. So unless there's something I'm missing in the ingredients of the agua, alcohols, aloe vera, parfum, those kind of things, I'm not really seeing anything that screams protein to me, which makes sense because I would say this is more moisturizing. It is very full. I think I've only used it once or twice. It is kind of a more relaxing type deep conditioner, and the few times I have used it, I would say it's not bad. It's probably not as good as the almond marshmallow one that will forever be missed, but I'm hoping that as I dive deeper into her and get further into her into her contents and use her a little more frequently, I'm gonna discover her magic and learn to love her just as much as the products and the lines that are no longer with us. Okay, so this is gonna be the end of the video. Another nice little fast, quick one for us. Those are all the conditioners, rinse, out, and deep. That can honestly also be used as a pre-poo if we're really going back to the beginning of this series, midway through. It can be a pre-poo, any of these that don't work for you, that you don't like. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're using up your stash, and thanks for watching.